Hi, Lucy Ross here, Director at ecommercemarketing.co.nz with another online marketing update. Do you know what your customer life cycle is? Basically, the customer life cycle is how long a customer will stay with your business. And the reason we would want to know something like this is so that we can figure out how much marketing budget we can put in to acquiring a new customer. We all know the old saying goes, you have to spend money to make money, but just how much money should we be spending to acquire that customer? Well, first we have to think about how we can measure how long a customer has been with us. And depending on your business model, there might be a few different ways to do this. When we look at people who perhaps book appointments, say chiropractors, physiotherapists, spas, hairdressers, you'd probably have an appointment book you can look back over, be it digital or analogue. Or if you're in the retail space, you might use things like customer cards and coupon books to track how often people shop with you. Two really cool examples here in New Zealand might be the Countdown One card. You swipe that card every time you shop and they track what you're buying, the things you like, how often you come, how long you've been using the one card for, and that gives them some really great data to market to you with. And there's also the Farmers Club card. They do a similar job where they'll send you promotions based on purchase history and they know exactly how long you've been using that Farmers Club card. Once you've got those statistics being tracked, you can start to build a picture of how often a customer shops with you, how much they spend and how long they stay with the business. Now let's look at an example of this. Let's say you're a chiropractor and your average appointment's say $65. How many customers do you have to bring into the practice in order to cover a marketing budget of say $2,000? Well, if you were going to try and get one new customer to book one booking, you'd need around 31 customers to come in to cover that cost. But what we also need to think about is how long will that customer stay with the business? What frequency will they come and make a booking at? Let's say the customer stays with you for 3 months and makes one booking a week. You'd really need 2 customers to cover that cost, which is a lot different than 31. Let's say that customer stays with you for a year and books every month. You're going to need around 3 customers to cover the cost of that marketing campaign. Let's say they stay with you for 3 years and they book every month. You're only going to need that 1 customer to cover the cost. Or if they stay with you for 10 years, you're actually going to be running at a profit. Now, of course, as a business owner, you also want to think about your overheads and your margins to make sure you take them into account when you're doing a budget. But this is just an overall idea of how you can figure out how much you can afford to spend, because once you cover those costs, everything on top is profit. Here's some homework for you. It would be great if you could sit down and say, okay, how much does a customer spend on average in my business? How often do they return on average in my business? And how long do they stay with my business? And that can give you an idea of how much you can afford to spend to acquire that new customer, taking into account also overheads. That's our online marketing tip on how to figure out your customer life cycle. Really important when you're considering spending money on marketing to know how much you can afford to spend in order to get those new customers, and that really helps you find out what success looks like when you've finished that campaign. We'd love to know what you thought of the video, so please leave us a comment at the bottom, either in the YouTube video or on the blog. We'd love to know what you thought, and be sure to sign up for our online marketing newsletter so you can get more tips and videos like the one you're watching now. If you need a hand with any online marketing services, please give us a call. This is Lucy from ecommercemarketing.co.nz. See you at the next update. Thanks, bye.